In the first quarter of 2016, Jamaica's gross domestic product GDP grew by 0.9%. Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, Colin Bullock, says several factors played a key role in this achievement.
The positive outturn for January to March largely reflected the impact of the improved global economic environment on major service industries, for example, hotels and restaurants, an improvement in domestic demand resulting from the strengthening of both business and consumer confidence levels, increased industrial production which resulted in improved outturn for industries such as manufacture and electricity and water supply.
Mr. Bullock notes that the growth in GDP was also due to growth in the goods producing and services sector.
The goods producing industry grew by 1%, with the agriculture, forestry and fishing, manufacture and construction industries registering improvements in real value added during the review quarter. This performance largely reflected the impact of increased demand and improved weather conditions. Agriculture, forestry and fishing industry grew by an estimated 2%. This was due to increased output recorded for other agricultural crops, up 1.9%, due to increases in fruits, up 20.5%, condiments up 12.4%, and potatoes up 3.5%. Animal farming was up by 18.5%, largely due to a 27.5% increase in broiler meat production, and post-harvest activities were up by 138.6%, largely associated with a 154.9% increase in coffee production. However, output in the category traditional export crops is estimated to have declined by 12.9%.
Fall off, he says, resulted from the decrease in sugarcane production by 36.9%, bananas fell by 2.8%, and cocoa, which fell by 15.3%. Real value added in the mining and construction sectors contracted by 1%, which Mr. Bullock says was a reflection of decreased demand from international players.
Total bauxite production contracted by 5.3%, reflecting lower crude bauxite production, as alumina production remained flat at 476.8 kilotons. Crude bauxite production contracted by 12.1%, largely due to the financial challenges facing the major U.S. refineries which buy Jamaican bauxite. The average bauxite capacity utilization rate fell by 20.1 percentage points to 75%.
On the services side, the sector grew by 0.8%, reflective of good performances in 7 of the 8 industries. The only decline was recorded in the industry of producers of government services.
Electricity and water recorded growth of 5.4% in real value added due to increased electricity consumption and water production. Electricity consumption grew by 5.9%, reflecting higher levels of consumption by all categories. Residential up by 7.7%, general services, usually small businesses, up by 5.2%, power services, large businesses, up by 2.3%, and large power users, businesses using more than 500 kVA, up by 7.3%. Water production increased by 3.4%, reflecting increased production in both the Western Division, up 6.3%, and the Eastern Division, up by 1.9%.